Testudos or shields. Today's topic is Wakenya Mabeste, the best of Kenyans, Kenyan friends. That is the video I was doing the time it was blocked, the time it kept rolling. I was doing it under Mombasa Vita. I am redoing it. I redid it the other time with the other one, and I am expanding on it. Today, I'm going to talk about Kenyans who are at heart. Kenyans who think not on political lines. No, though politics is very important. Not on tribal lines. No, though we are born in a tribe, that is important. Not regional lines. No, though we belong to regions. I'm going to talk about a Kenyan from a community that has the least people in the Kenyan citizenship number, people of Kenyan origin. They colonized the country, and many of them, when it got independent, they left for Rhodesia, they left for South Africa, they left for Britain, they left for Australia, they left for Canada. A few remained in the country. These are Kenyans of European origin, ancestry. Amongst these Kenyans, there are those who are true patriots to the very country they were born in, Kenya. Last time I talked of the Indian aristocrat. He did many wonders in the world. But today I'm going to talk about Kenya in the true sense of a true Kenyan commoner, an educated Kenyan, a great performer on the world stage, a true Kenyan. A Kenyan who thought Kenyan. A Kenyan who spoke Kenyan. A Kenyan who composed Kenyan. When I was young, I had this bad impression that the whites colonized us. And we would have it and say, Mwafrika pate uhuru, and then the mzungu arudi Ulaya. We did it. Some of us had hatred for the skin. But when we interacted with many of those who were here, for those who managed to interact, either children in school and they would come to interact, or as missionaries, but more so, a few who had remained, they were called settlers. I'm going to talk about a son of Kenya, a settler. Their forefathers colonized us. He was born Kenyan. A lot in the world did not know him as Kenyan, but they wondered why he sang Kenyan. And many were surprised because he was in the class of the topmost in country music. I'm talking of this great man, Roger Whittaker, a true Kenyan. I've decided to talk about him because many of us sometimes get aligned to our tribes, sometimes get aligned to our regions, sometimes get aligned to the natural hatred we have for one another. We have created it. Let's not pretend there isn't. So, I'm going to use the name of the musician who I used last time from Tanzania, Dr. Anoint Amani. And his song was Mama Sukuma Mtoto. Mama akisukuma mtoto, when the mother is pushing the baby, she has all the good dreams for that child. It was until recent that parents can be able to know the sex of their children. When we were born, the parents did not have that privilege. They waited for a child to be born. Then they would ask, is it a boy or is it a girl? From there, they would be able to say, does she look the way I expected or not? They would be able to compare with the parents and the relatives, the fingers, the ears, all those things. And everybody would come who wanted to relate to the child and claim, these are my feet, these are my feet, the aunt's feet. That head looks like mine. This is the grandfather's head. It was when the child was born that we were able to relate to that child. I talked about the music that the Kenya country in tourism will market itself with. My land is Kenya. People who are of my age know that song. I don't know if the young ones know. That song was sung by a true Kenyan of European origin that some people thought was American born, because when Kenny Rogers' name would be heard and Roger Whittaker was heard worldwide, people would not tell the difference. That was a true Kenya. My land is Kenya. He never forgot that. He never forgot that. I talked about Shimoni. Shimoni is a beat, a hit that Roger Whittaker sang those years. Shimoni, Shimoni, if you want to find the answer is written down at Shimoni. The answer. He saw Kenya as a sleeping giant. He did not see any Kenyan chained anywhere. He saw Kenyan as a free land. He looked in the mirror and saw the greatness of Kenya. He reminded us, Shimoni is where slaves used to be put as they went to the market to Zanzibar, as they went to the market to other places, and then they were taken by those dhows for marketing in Oman. He told the Kenyans, when you go to Shimoni, there are no more slaves. You only find chains because slave trade stopped. Slavery is in our mind. Tribalism should have stopped, but the chains of tribalism are still in our minds. Whether we pretend or not, they are there. Sectionalism should not be there. But those chains are still in our minds. We judge not because you are Kenyan. We judge because you belong to a region, do you belong to a tribe, do you belong to a class of money, do you belong to our interests. Here was a man who saw Kenya as Kenya, who saw Kenya as a sleeping giant, who saw Kenya as one. Though white in color, though a scion of those who had colonized Kenya, he saw himself as nothing else but pure, true Kenyan. Why am I talking about this? I'm talking about the song that Dr. Anoint Amani of Tanzania sang. The rigors, the problems, the difficulties, the pains that go there in the labor world. Out of that pain, the mother has a dream. The parents have a dream. And through the grace of God, you are able to deliver that dream, that bundle of joy, that baby, what you have been thinking about. We are on this threshold. But looks like the way we are still going about it, we have not realized. There was a time when there was hunger in Africa, and the worldwide musicians got together and sang together as one. They wanted to raise money. And they sang, heal the world, make it a better place. That was for the world. That was for Africa. We have seen Tanzania go to the labor world. And they delivered their bundle of joy. As we talk much about whatever we have, they are swinging their bundle of joy. Happy, 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 happy. We saw Uganda go to the labor world. They had their expectations. And they are swinging their bundle of joy. We are in the labor world. Shall we be looking at the other children and criticizing their noses along? Their ears are like that. Whereas we are in the labor world. Genge musicians Kenya. When I talk of Genge, when it began, people thought it was music for goons. We have heard of goons. No, Genge is not goonism. Genge music. Genge is music for like-minded people who think of their country. They don't think against any tribe. They don't think against any race. They don't think against any class differences. They think about their beloved country, Kenya. I am not a musician in that class, though at heart I am. This is a time when people who have been in that field, genge, all those things that you have been dreaming of, all those things that you have been hammering home, if it were possible, the Kenyan genge people, you are the ones who are singing of those problems, system, whatever, trying to enlighten the people of Kenya. This is high time that you came with the realization that we are in the labor ward so that we deliver the Kenyan dream. So that we deliver the Kenya we want. So that we have people who are active in politics, not verbally, but who can be able to perform. They are amongst you. Do not be carried away by tribalism, sectarianism, comparison with those who have had babies. We don't have one to compare with theirs. Let's deliver first and then now start comparing babies. Because if we don't, we lose track of what is happening to us. We may not deliver the baby we want. All the time we always cry that the delivery that time was breached, that delivery this time was like this. We are in the labor ward. Kenya Sukuma mtoto, Kenya Sukuma mtoto. Concentrate on this birth of the new Kenya. Do not batter that the government is going. Do not batter the opposition. It is also going because it's election time. Now, can you say anybody is opposing where, in what place? Already the dates are there. Don't batter the system because it's now the chance to change if we want or to retain if we want. Do not vilify an individual. No. Let now the Kenyans sit and decide. But for the Genge people, oh Kenyans, we have great people. I'm not talking of alignments. I'm talking of the music that Kenyans have produced. The way they have seen the Kenyan problems. I'm talking of people who have been able to look at Kenya. We used to have somebody in Jichopevu. When politics came, everything went down. This is a time to rise beyond the party, beyond what, and be able to open your eyes the way you used to open your... Not in relation to your party, no. In relation to the country. This is a time that those Genge musicians who have been singing about the evil in the society or the good in the society should get together and move around and tell Kenyans now, this is the baby we dream of. This is the baby we want to deliver. Let's stop comparisons. We are in the labor ward. For Kenyans who love Kenya like Roger Whittaker, Sukuma mtoto, sukuma. Sukuma mtoto wa Kenya, sukuma. Sukuma siasa ya Kenya, sukuma. Sukuma hiyo economy unasemanga ya Kenya, sukuma. Sukuma, sukuma, sukuma. Let's deliver the Kenya we want. Not a tribal Kenyan. Not a sectarian Kenyan. Not a class Kenyan. No. A Kenya that will be a dream, a wonder, a beauty that will make you feel proud and say, yes, I went to the labor ward and I delivered. This is the child I wanted to deliver. God has given us the peace. God has given us the mind. But there are things, waves moving around that are confusing us. We are looking at the other babies. They have delivered their babies. God help us so that we concentrate on our labor and the baby we want. Kenya musicians, actors, Churchill and the rest, where are you? This is a time that you override everything, suppress everything, and give people the truth, the ideas of the very Kenya we want to deliver. God bless Kenya. God bless the people of Kenya. God bless us in the labor ward. God give Kenya what Kenya has always envisaged. God bless Kenya. That's my take for now.